There comes a time in each of our lives when we must draw a line, not in anger, not in fear, but in deep, unwavering self-love. A moment when we stand tall in the quiet center of our soul and whisper to the universe, no more, and no more allowing the noise of the world to drown out our inner melody. No more shrinking ourselves to fit into places we were never meant to reside. No more letting the sharp tongues of others pierce the soft skin of our spirit. There is a shift that happens not with shouting, but with stillness. Not with resistance, but with release. And in that sacred stillness, we reclaim what was always ours, peace. You see, my dear, there is a place inside you where the winds don't blow, where the rain doesn't reach, and where the fire of others' opinions cannot burn. That place is your sanctuary. It is where your truth lives, wrapped in wisdom, kissed by grace. When you know who you are, truly, deeply know, you stop giving the world permission to decide for you. You stop answering to every beckoning hand that waves your way. You stop bending when the wind howls because you have rooted yourself in something far greater than approval. You have rooted yourself in knowing nobody and nothing will affect you again, not because the world has grown kinder, but because you have grown wiser. You have learned that not every battle deserves your presence, not every comment your response. You have learned that walking away can be an act of power, and silence can be a symphony when played in tune with your soul. You have stepped into the strength of your own presence, and in doing so, you have become a force that cannot be shaken, a presence that cannot be moved. So tonight or tomorrow morning, or right here in this moment, take a breath. A deep one, the kind that touches the bones and stirs the spirit. And know without doubt that from this moment forward, you will no longer be shaped by the hands of those who never cared to hold you gently. From this moment on, your spirit will no longer bow to the weight of what others think, say, or do. You are free. And in that freedom you rise. There is a power in realizing that you alone hold the keys to the sanctuary within, a quiet realm that no turbulent force from without can penetrate or unsettle. It begins with a slow awakening of the spirit, an intimate recognition that the storms which rage outside, whether they be the harsh winds of criticism, the unrelenting downpour of external expectation, or the sudden tempests of unforeseen challenges, are mere echoes in the vast expanse of your inner world. In that inner expanse, you are the master of your own. There is a profound liberation in knowing that while you may not command the weather of life, you command the shelter in your soul. A calm that is impervious to the tempests outside. Imagine waking up each day with the gentle certainty that no matter how loud the world might shout, you have a quiet place inside you that remains untouched, a place of serenity that has been carefully cultivated through years of understanding, experience, and self-compassion. It is a place where the mind quiets its incessant chatter and the heart remembers its own quiet rhythm. In this space, the noise of the world fades into a distant murmur, leaving only the clear, steady beat of your own inner truth. You are not a passive bystander to life's chaos. You are a resilient soul who has learned to embrace the storms as they come, knowing that even the fiercest winds can never dislodge the foundation of your inner peace. There is a sacred kind of strength in this awareness, a strength that comes not from denying the existence of pain or hardship, but from accepting that these forces exist only to pass, like clouds that drift by while the sun remains constant above. When you take a moment to breathe deeply to let the cool, steady air fill your lungs, you remind yourself that you are more than the fleeting events that may temporarily disturb you. You are a being of light and endurance, capable of standing firm against whatever life throws your way. In every challenge, there is an invitation to rediscover the calm within, a call to remind yourself that the true measure of your strength is not in the absence of struggle, but in the grace with which you meet it. Every experience, every setback, every triumph becomes a thread in the intricate tapestry of your life. And within that tapestry, there is a vibrant, unyielding center that remains. Colors around it change. That center is your inner peace. It is the quiet observer who watches the drama of life unfold, knowing that none of it can reach the stillness that dwells deep within. You are the architect of that inner sanctum, the one who chooses which voices to listen to and which to let fade into the background. In this realization lies the freedom to declare that nothing external can disturb the calm you have so carefully nurtured. There are moments when the world seems intent on shaking you to your core, when every word of doubt or criticism feels like a gust of wind threatening to uproot the very foundation of your being. And yet, even in those moments, you can stand tall, knowing that the storm is transient and that its power is limited to the surface of your existence. The deeper parts of you, those quiet, resilient chambers of the heart and soul, remain untouched, the sanctuary of light and truth that no external force can diminish. In these moments of turmoil, you can draw upon the strength that comes from the unwavering knowledge that your peace is self-made, an ever-present reservoir of calm that nourishes you from within. There's also a tender beauty in this inner mastery. It is the beauty of a heart that has learned to let go of the need for external validation, that finds solace in its own gentle murmur rather than in the cacophony of the world. When you stand in the quiet strength of your own being, you recognize that the opinions of others, however loud or persistent, are reflections of their own inner landscapes and do not define your truth. You learn that the judgments, criticisms, and setbacks are like passing storms, powerful for a moment, but ultimately transient in the face of the enduring light that you carry within. This inner light, nurtured through compassion, self-respect, and unwavering commitment to your own truth, is a beacon that guides you through the darkest nights and the fiercest winds. Every morning as you greet the dawn with an open heart and a quiet mind, you reaffirm that your peace is not something to be granted by external forces. It is a birthright, a treasure you have claimed through the trials and triumphs of your own journey. The rising sun is a reminder that every day is an opportunity to reconnect with that inner sanctuary, to set aside the worries of yesterday and the uncertainties of tomorrow, and to simply be present in the sacred moment of it. In that presence, you discover that no matter how chaotic the world may seem, you are the keeper of a calm that is as deep and vast as the ocean, a calm that sustains you even when everything else around you is in turmoil. In the quiet moments before the day fully awakens, you can sit with your thoughts, let them settle like soft snow on a still landscape, and feel the gentle pulse of your own heart. It is in this stillness that you find clarity, a clear, resonant truth that speaks of resilience, self-reliance, and an unshakable calm. The storms of life, with all their thunder and fury, are but fleeting episodes against the enduring backdrop of your inner sanctuary. And in that sanctuary, you are free. Free from the need to be defined by external circumstances, free to embrace your own power, and free to stand firm in the knowledge that you are the master of your peace. The journey to this inner mastery is not a destination, but a continuous, evolving process. Each challenge you face, each moment of pain or joy, adds a new layer to the rich mosaic of your soul. And through it all, you learn that your inner peace is a dynamic force, ever growing, ever deepening, a constant source of strength and clarity. Even as life storms swirl around you, you have learned to find the calm in their midst, to see beyond the immediate chaos and recognize the timeless, unchangeable truth that you are more than the sum of your experiences. In this truth, you reclaim your power, declare your freedom, and affirm with unwavering certainty that no storm outside can ever shake the calm that resides within you. There is an undeniable strength in the simple act of speaking life over yourself each morning. In the tender, quiet hours of the dawn, when the world is still wrapped in a cocoon of darkness and possibility, there is a sacred moment that belongs only to you. In this quiet moment, before the clamor of the day breaks the silence, you have the power to nurture your soul with words that uplift, heal, and ignite the spirit. Each word you utter to yourself is not a mere sound, but a declaration of your inherent worth, a statement of your resilience, and a promise that no challenge is insurmountable. In that intimate dialogue with your inner self, you remind yourself of the truth that resides deep within, truth that is as old as time and as fresh as the morning dew. As you stand before the mirror or simply face the quiet of your thoughts, let the words flow with the ease of a gentle river, washing away the remnants of self-doubt that may have clung to you in the stillness of night. Speak life over yourself with the same tenderness that a mother uses to soothe her child, with the same strength that sustains a mighty oak in the face of fierce winds. There is an art to choosing words that not only affirm your presence in this world, but also ignite a spark of hope that illuminates even the darkest corners of your mind. It is through these carefully chosen affirmations that you begin to weave a tapestry of self-love and resilience, one that fortifies your spirit against the inevitable trials of life. Every time you utter a positive affirmation, you are engaging in a quiet act of rebellion against the negativity that seeks to dim your light. You are declaring that the hardships of yesterday have no power over the promise of today. With every spoken word, you are planting seeds of confidence that will grow into a mighty forest of strength and determination. It is as if the universe itself pauses to listen to your declarations, responding with gentle signs of encouragement, a ray of sunshine, a whisper of wind, a soft murmur in the quiet hours of the morning. These moments when you speak life over yourself are sacred rituals that connect you to a deeper truth, that you are worthy, capable, and destined for greatness. In those tender moments of self-affirmation, remember that the language of your heart is a language of healing. It is a language that transcends the superficial judgments of the world and speaks directly to the soul. When you speak words of affirmation, you are engaging in an act of self-forgiveness, allowing yourself to let go of past mistakes and to embrace the possibility of renewal. The words you choose have the power to mend the wounds of yesterday and to kindle a fire of hope that burns brighter with each new dawn. They are a testament to the resilience of your spirit, a reminder that no matter how many times you have been knocked down, you have the strength to rise again. There is a profound beauty in the routine of speaking life into your existence. It is a ritual that requires no external validation, for it is born from an inner wellspring of truth that cannot be diminished by the opinions of others. As you speak these affirmations, let your voice carry the echoes of all the times you have triumphed over adversity, all the moments when you found light in the midst of darkness. Let your words be a living archive of your journey, a journey marked by courage, determination, and unwavering belief in your own potential. In each word, there is a promise of renewal, a commitment to honor the journey that has brought you to this very moment. There is power in the act of acknowledging your own worth, in recognizing that you are the master of your destiny, and that your words have the ability to shape the contours of your future. Imagine the way the morning light gently touches the edges of your window, heralding a new day filled with promise and possibility. In that soft glow, allow your affirmations to echo with the rhythm of a heart that knows its own strength. Speak, not because you must, but because you deserve to hear the gentle music of your own voice affirming that you are enough, that you are loved, and that you have the power to transform your reality. Each affirmation is a small yet significant act of courage, a daily ritual that empowers you to face the world with the assurance that your inner light will never be extinguished by external circumstances. In these moments, you are not simply reciting words. You are crafting a shield of positivity that protects you from the harshness of life's unpredictability. As the day unfolds, the words you spoke in the quiet hours of the morning will continue to resonate within you. They will be a soft, persistent reminder that you have the strength to overcome any obstacle, that your value is intrinsic and unchanging, and that the voice of negativity is merely an echo in a world filled with infinite possibility. It is in the repetition of these affirmations that you find solace and empowerment, a steady cadence that guides you through the complexities of your existence. With every breath, with every word you speak to yourself, you are participating in a transformative process, a process that turns vulnerability into strength, fear into courage, and uncertainty into a clear vision of your potential. There is no greater act of self-love than taking the time each morning to speak life over yourself. In this simple yet profound practice, you honor the sacredness of your existence, acknowledging that your worth is not determined by the transient opinions of the world, but by the eternal truth that lies within you. The language of self-affirmation is a melody that, when repeated day after day, has the power to reframe your entire experience of life. It is a constant, a beacon of hope, and a reminder that you are the guardian of your own destiny. In the soft embrace of your morning affirmations, you create a space where your soul can thrive, where every spoken word is a step toward a brighter, more resilient future. In the gentle quiet of each new day, as you face the mirror or settle into a moment of solitude, let your affirmations echo like a prayer, a heartfelt invocation of your inner strength and beauty. Allow each word to dissolve the lingering shadows of doubt and to ignite a warmth that radiates from your very core. These affirmations are not mere recitations. They are the lifeblood of your spirit, flowing through you and reminding you that with every new sunrise, you are granted the extraordinary gift of renewal. Through this simple act of speaking life over yourself, you claim ownership of your destiny, fortifying your heart against the turbulence of the world and embracing the inherent beauty of your own existence. There is a quiet, unyielding strength that comes from standing alone, a strength born not of isolation, but of the deep, unshakable knowledge that your own company is enough. In a world that constantly tells you that you need others to validate your existence, there is profound wisdom in realizing that your own inner light can guide you through the darkest nights and brightest days. When you find yourself standing apart from the crowd, it is not because you are abandoned, but because you have learned to stand on your own 2 feet, anchored by a sense of self that no external force can ever diminish. In those solitary moments when you are with yourself, you uncover the raw essence of who you are, untouched by the opinions of others, unburdened by their expectations. It is there that you find a sanctuary of strength, a quiet place within where you can truly be yourself. In the stillness of that solitude, you begin to appreciate the beauty of your own spirit. Each moment spent alone is an opportunity to listen to the soft whispers of your heart and the gentle rhythm of your thoughts. You learn that being alone does not mean being lonely. Instead, it is a chance to reconnect with the deepest parts of yourself, to understand your dreams and fears in a way that the clamor of the outside world would never allow. You discover that your own presence is a powerful force, one that can nurture your growth and fortify your resolve. It is in these moments of intentional solitude that you can truly hear the truth of your own soul, a truth that is both tender and fierce, fragile yet resolute. Standing alone gives you the space to witness the wonder of your own resilience. Life is full of challenges, and often the most important battles are fought in the quiet recesses of your mind. When you are alone, you confront those battles head on with the clarity and focus that only solitude can bring. There is a rare kind of bravery in facing the storms within, in acknowledging the parts of yourself that need healing, and in daring to love yourself unconditionally despite all the. In these solitary moments, you learn that the strength to overcome does not come from the loud affirmations of others, but from the quiet conviction that you are worthy of every kindness, every success, and every joy that life has to offer. As you walk this path of self-reliance, you begin to understand that true companionship is not measured by the number of people around you, but by the quality of the connection you hold with yourself. The wisdom of solitude teaches you that you are never truly alone, for you are always accompanied by the vibrant presence of your own soul. Even when the world feels empty and the voices of others fade into silence, the inner dialogue that sustains you remains. A dialogue that is both comforting and empowering, is a reminder that you are the one constant in your life, the unchanging center around which all experiences revolve. This realization is not born out of despair, but from a profound acceptance of who you are, complete and whole in your individuality. In the quiet of your own company, you find the freedom to explore your innermost dreams without fear of judgment. Here, in the solitude of your thoughts, you can imagine new possibilities and chart new courses for your life. The opinions of others may come and go, but the vision you hold for yourself is an eternal flame that burns brightly within. It is in these moments that you begin to craft a life that is authentically yours, a life not defined by the expectations or limitations imposed by society, but by the boundless potential that lies within. There is a sacred power in knowing that you alone have the authority to shape your destiny, to decide what matters and what will fade away like the remnants of a passing storm. Every time you embrace the solitude that allows you to stand alone, you add another layer to the foundation of your inner strength. You learn that solitude is not a state of being withdrawn from life, but a deliberate choice to engage with life on your own terms. It is the quiet rebellion against a world that often values conformity over individuality. In the sanctuary of your own presence, you find the courage to be unapologetically you, vulnerable, radiant, and fiercely independent. It is here that you come to understand that being alone is a space of immense possibility, where your spirit can soar without the weight of others' expectations dragging it down. There is also a subtle beauty in the balance of solitude, and while standing alone grants you the clarity of your own thoughts, it also reminds you of the universal truth that every person you meet carries a unique light within them. In your moments of solitary strength, you recognize that even as you stand apart, you are connected by an invisible thread to all of humanity, a thread woven from shared experiences, collective dreams, and the timeless rhythm of the human heart. This realization does not diminish the power of your solitude. Instead, it enriches it, for it confirms that while you may walk your path alone, you are never truly isolated. The wisdom of solitude is knowing that you can be both an island and part of a vast interconnected ocean of soul. In the quiet embrace of solitude, you come to see that your own presence is the most enduring form of companionship. It is a relationship that transcends time, a bond that grows stronger with every sunrise and every quiet reflection. There is a comfort in the understanding that you are enough, that you are complete in your own right, and that no external circumstance can alter the intrinsic worth that resides within. The strength you find in standing alone is not a shield against the world, but a testament to the unyielding beauty of your inner life. It is a strength that is forged in the crucible of self-discovery, tempered by the fires of resilience, and nurtured by the gentle rains of self-compassion. Through this journey of embracing solitude, you learn that being alone does not equate to loneliness, but rather opens up a world of possibilities, a realm where you can cultivate your passions, hone your talents, and nurture your dreams without distraction. It is in these moments that the echo of your own voice becomes a symphony, a melody of hope and determination that guides you forward no matter what obstacles you may face. You become your own confidant, your own greatest supporter, and in that role you discover a strength that is both profound and unbreakable. As you continue to stand alone, you begin to realize that the very act of being by yourself is an act of self-love, a declaration that you are worthy of your own time, your own attention, and your own kindness. The quiet moments of introspection become the fertile ground in which your true self is nurtured, a space where you can shed the burdens of the past and embrace the promise of each new day. And in that space, you come to understand that the wisdom of solitude is a gift that empowers you to navigate the complexities of life with grace, resilience, and an unwavering belief in your own inner light. There is a profound truth in recognizing that the words, actions, and opinions of others are not a mirror of your own worth, but rather reflections cast from the inner landscape. When someone speaks harshly or acts in a way that seems to belittle you, it is not you who is diminished. It is them, revealing more about the shadows in their own hearts than the light within you. In life, you will inevitably meet voices that try to shape your self-image, to mold you in their own image of what they think is acceptable. Yet, if you learn to see that their words and actions are born out of their own experiences, fears, and uncertainties, you begin to reclaim your power and understand that their projections are simply not yours to carry. Each opinion, each critique is like a ripple on the surface of a vast ocean, momentarily disturbing the calm water before it settles back into its natural state. In this understanding, you come to see that what others say or do is a testament to their own struggles, their own battles with self-doubt, and their own quest for meaning. It is not a measure of your own truth. Every time you hear a cutting remark or witness an unkind act, take a moment to pause and reflect on the fact that their perspective is limited by the confines of their own experiences. Their judgments, however loud they may seem, are simply a fragment of a larger story, a story that you are not meant to carry as your own burden. When you listen deeply, you discover that these words and actions are often a language of pain, a cry for validation from someone who has lost their way in the maze of their own insecurities. You begin to see that what they project is not an attack on your essence, but a glimpse into the complexity of their inner world. In recognizing this, you free yourself from the unnecessary weight of external judgments and allow your own inner light to shine brighter than any criticism thrown your way. Imagine for a moment standing in a vast field under a wide open sky, free from the noise of judgment and expectation. In that space, the opinions of others drift by like autumn leaves, beautiful in their diversity, but ultimately harmless when you stand rooted in your own truth. In this openness, you learn to let go of the need for approval from those who have not yet found peace within themselves. Their words are like echoes in a canyon, loud perhaps, but without substance, fading quickly into the distance. What matters is not the echo of their voices, but the steady, unyielding sound of your own heart. which beats with the rhythm of truth and authenticity. When you nurture this inner sound, you create a sanctuary where only your deepest values and highest aspirations reside. You begin to understand that every word spoken against you is not a verdict, but a fleeting moment in time, and you are free to move beyond it with grace. In the tapestry of life, every interaction weaves its own unique thread, some vibrant and full of color, others dark and heavy. The threads of criticism and judgment are not meant to define the entire picture. Rather, they are only small portions of a much grander design that includes moments of beauty, love, and triumph. When you allow yourself to see that the negative comments of others are merely threads spun from their own fabric of experiences, you can choose not to let them unravel the masterpiece of your identity. Instead, you hold fast to the truth that you are a complex and beautiful being with strengths and talents that shine regardless of the shadows cast by external voices. You come to understand that every harsh word is an invitation to look inward, to discover the resilience that has carried you through countless challenges, and to reaffirm the belief that your worth is independent of the judgments of others. It is in the quiet moments of reflection that you learn to discern between the genuine voices that uplift you and the critical murmurs that seek to diminish your spirit. In the silence of early dawn or in the stillness of a starry night, you have the opportunity to listen to your inner dialogue, a conversation that is always honest and pure. Here you learn that the opinions of those around you are often colored by their own fears and uncertainties, and that their judgments are not absolute truth. When you embrace this understanding, you free yourself to become the curator of your own narrative, one that is informed by compassion, wisdom, and an unwavering sense of self. You learn to appreciate that while you cannot control the words that others speak, you can control the way you receive them, allowing only the voices that resonate with your own truth to linger in the chambers of your heart. In the journey of self-discovery, you come to realize that the opinions of others are transient. They are like passing clouds that momentarily obscure the brilliance of the sun, but never truly diminish its radiance. When you are rooted in the certainty of your own worth, no temporary shade can extinguish the light that burns within you. You begin to see that every judgment is a lesson, an opportunity to refine your understanding of who you are and what you stand for. The criticisms, however stinging they may appear at first, eventually reveal themselves as echoes of someone else's inner turmoil, not as reflections of your own. In this light, you learn to hold each word at arm's length, assessing it with a gentle curiosity rather than a reactive heart, knowing that your value is inherent and unchangeable. There is an empowering liberation in choosing to live by your own truth rather than by the expectations or opinions of others. It is a conscious decision to honor your own journey, to celebrate the milestones you have reached, and to trust that every step you take is a testament to your inner strength. In moments when the world seems intent on pointing out your flaws or shortcomings, you stand firm in the knowledge that their perceptions are not a reflection of your reality. Their words may attempt to impose limitations, but you have learned to see them for what they truly are, mirages that fade in the light of your self-awareness. In embracing your own truth, you create a space where external judgments have little power, and where the core of who you are remains untouched by the transient winds of opinion. Every encounter, every conversation becomes an opportunity to practice this understanding. When you meet someone who projects their own insecurities onto you, you greet them with the compassion of someone who knows that pain speaks in many voices. You respond not with defensiveness, but with the gentle strength that comes from knowing your own worth. In these interactions, you allow yourself to remain open and authentic, unburdened by the need to prove anything to anyone else. You simply exist as a beacon of your own light, unwavering. This self-assurance becomes a quiet revolution, a testament to the fact that the external world may be full of noise, but your inner voice is the one that truly matters. And so you continue to walk your path, guided by the steady rhythm of your heart, secure in the knowledge that what others say is but a ripple on the surface of your deep and enduring well of self-love. There is a radiant fire within you that burns with a brilliance so fierce that no shadow, no matter how dark or deep, can ever hope to extinguish it. Every time you pause to look inside, you discover that this light is not something given or borrowed. It is an intrinsic part of your very being, an unyielding beacon that has guided you through every storm and every trial. In the quiet moments of solitude, when the noise of the world fades away, you can feel this light pulsing within, steady and constant, a reminder that no external force has the power to steal what is rightfully yours. It is as if your soul has been lit by a spark that was set aflame before time itself began, and this spark continues to glow with a warmth that nurtures you from the inside out. Imagine standing at the edge of a vast dark forest. The night is thick and heavy, and the trees seem to whisper secrets of despair and doubt. Yet within you there is a light so luminous that it casts a gentle glow around you, illuminating the path ahead even when the world around is consumed by darkness. That light is your inner power, the strength that has carried you through moments when the journey seemed too long, too treacherous, or too painful. It is a light that neither the bitter winds of hardship nor the fierce storms of adversity can dim. Every hardship you have faced has only served to polish that inner radiance, making it shine bright and more resilient than before. In those moments when you feel overwhelmed by the challenges of life, when the world appears to be a relentless force of negativity, remember that the power within you is invincible. It is not defined by the failures or setbacks you encounter. Instead, it is born from the very act of rising each time you fall. Like a tree that grows stronger with each gust of wind, you develop deeper roots in your inner light, drawing strength from experiences that might otherwise have left you broken. There is an undeniable beauty in this resilience, a quiet confidence that comes from knowing that the source of your strength is not external validation or fleeting praise, but an enduring, unassailable power that you carry with you. This inner brilliance is not something that can be measured by the opinions of others or the circumstances of the moment. It is a light that shines regardless of what is happening around you, a light that remains untouched by the doubts and fears that may try to encircle you. It is a power that exists beyond the transient nature of external conditions, a power that is as constant as the stars in the night sky. Just as the stars have guided countless souls through the darkness, so too does your inner light serve as a compass, pointing you toward hope, toward purpose, and toward a future that is filled with endless possibility. Every time you choose to nurture this light, you are making a conscious decision to affirm your worth and to celebrate the unique brilliance that is you. It is in those small acts of self-love, when you pause to reflect, to breathe, and to appreciate the beauty of your own existence, that you reinforce the truth that no one can take away the power you hold. You are the guardian of your inner flame, a flame that burns steadily even in the midst of life's most turbulent storms. This light is your constant companion, a reminder that you are never alone in your struggles, for it has been with you through every trial and every triumph. It is a testament to the strength of the human spirit, resilient and defiant in the face of overwhelming odds. Think of the countless times you have been told that you are not enough, or that you should dim your light to fit in with the expectations of others. In those moments, it might have seemed easier to let the darkness seep in, to allow the criticisms and the harsh words to cast a shadow over your inner brilliance. But you have learned over time that true power lies in reclaiming that light, in recognizing that no one else has the right to dictate the intensity of your glow. Every negative remark, every discouraging word is nothing more than an echo of someone else's pain and not a reflection of your inherent worth. And so you rise above, letting your light shine even brighter in defiance of the darkness that seeks to obscure it. There is a freedom in embracing the power that resides within you, a freedom that comes from the certainty that your light is impervious to the whims of fate or the transient opinions of those around you. This freedom is not something that can be granted by others. It is something that you claim with every beat of your heart, every thought that dares to affirm your brilliance. In the stillness of your soul, you know that the challenges you face are temporary and that the light within you is eternal. This realization fills you with a deep sense of peace and an unwavering confidence that nothing can ever truly harm you. It is a truth that resonates with the rhythm of your very being, a silent assurance that the essence of who you are remains untouchable by the harshness of the outside world. In the gentle moments of self-reflection, when you allow yourself to truly feel, you will see that the light you carry is a reflection of every act of courage, every step taken in the face of fear, and every moment of vulnerability you have embraced. It is a mosaic of experiences that, together, form a portrait of strength, resilience, and beauty. And while the world may sometimes seem intent on dimming your light with its trials and tribulations, you know that the power you hold is far greater than any external force. It is a power that pulses through your veins, a power that has been honed by the fires of adversity and cooled by the gentle rains of hope. This power is uniquely yours, a gift that no one can steal or diminish, for it is woven into the very fabric of your soul. As you go through your days, let this inner light serve as a constant reminder of the limitless potential that lies within you. Let it guide you through moments of uncertainty and shine as a beacon of hope when the path seems obscured by darkness. Embrace the truth that you are a luminous being capable of illuminating even the darkest corners of your existence. And in doing so, you transform not only your own life, but also the lives of those around you, as your light inspires others to discover and nurture their own inner brilliance. In every breath, in every step, carry the assurance that your light, your power is an eternal flame, an unbreakable force that no one and nothing can ever take away.